Alright guys, major update today. This thing fucking runs. Ran it a few times, like, 3 or 4 times, but I figured I'd make like a good, decent video that really shows this thing revving out to 6 grand already. Probably not the best, smartest thing I can do with no tune on it, but who gives a fuck? These engines, relatively cheap, so enjoy it. Alright, so like I said, I was pushing like 6 grand at the very end of that video, and it sounded absolutely delicious. Now, keep in mind, this thing's going to be revving out to 7,500 RPMs. That's where we currently got the rev limiter off the NA tune. I may lower it, because I don't know if it's necessary to continue to rev it out that high, but, oh, fuck, it sounds so good. So, starting it did reveal an oil leak right there. That's coming from this supplied oil fitting that came with the turbo. I don't know what that piece of garbage is, but it leaks a ton of oil. That's just after running it that few seconds. I was able to source locally one just little tiny M12 by 125 AN-4 fitting for the turbo feed, and that one doesn't leak, so I'll see if I can get another one, and then we'll put it on that, and then we shouldn't have any more oil leaks. We can kind of move on to the next thing. So things to do before this thing can be like running and driving is intercoolers, coolant system, and I have to modify the harness as well as figure out a brake booster setup. Because the old one obviously came out through there, and then the ABS sat right where this beautiful GT35 turbo now lies. So there's a couple solutions I can go to for that. So I'm going to keep doing some research and hopefully get that sorted out and not have to make all new brake lines. Now, as for the intercoolers, I'm just going to be going with a B5 S4 style intercooler. You can kind of see here. So it's going to come straight down, and then it's going to go straight back up, probably through this little notch section right here. So you got the headlight, so it'll come up, and then it'll run along the head and into the 3-inch throttle bodies on either sides. So that's going to be next on the list for the immediate future. And then still have to figure out the cooling system. Now, none of this, like the radiator and whatnot, needs to be modified because nothing has been added. So I can go ahead and keep the same radiator support. It's only going to be the coolant lines that run from basically the front of the engine to the back of the head, and the back of the head to the radiator. And then I have to figure out where the coolant tank is going to go because it used to sit right here, and it's obviously not going to work anymore. So my solution is I'll get some aluminum, whoops, and then I'll just build like a nice coolant reservoir back here, and then all this ECU stuff is going to get relocated into the dash. And then at the same time that I'm kind of doing that, I'll just go through and fix all these broken connectors because they look like shit. This does not look like shit. That is beautiful, bud. Whoops. There we go. So that's kind of where I'm at. We'll figure it out. So eventually I'm going to need a tune for this thing. And I don't know. Nobody's ever really tuned the 9.11 MED, the Audi ECUs for boost. I do not want to run standalones if I do not have to, because I don't have that kind of money to be tossing around at a stupid old purple car. But there's a few companies that I'm going to go to and see what they can do. I know I'm probably going to have to convert the regular Bosch or Hitachi style MAFs over to an HPX blow-through MAF, and that'll just get installed probably post intercooler. So Probably somewhere like right here is where the maps will sit. But I got a long ways to go before I even consider doing that, and I can still drive the car without the turbo boost hoses, whatnot, connected. So I'll just continue to run it NA. It still makes 500 horsepower as is. But if I could get it to make 700 or 800, that would be even cooler and not blow up. But we'll get there. Until next time, stay fucking mint, boys.